a hole in a mahogany tree. It's already occupied by wasps, but that doesn't stop the ants, and they soon vacate. For all their vicious stings, the wasps are no match for a troop of army ants. The entrance is crowded as they carry their precious burdens into the hole. Clearing out wasps' nests is nothing new to army ants. Even species of wasps which create their nests in more man-made surroundings can fall prey to the ants' relentless invasion. The location of the wasp's nest made using the nearby door almost impossible without getting stung. In a few hours, the army ants had solved that problem. They simply moved in and carried off eggs and grubs, and even the adult wasps. Some people who live in the tropics welcome a visit from the army ants to clear their houses of vermin. But it's important that people keep out of the way while it's going on and take their pets with them. The ants will attack every living thing. Outside in the forest, there's evidence that the second species, leafcutter ants, have been at work. In certain areas, the trees and shrubs have been reduced to bare skeletons. The leafcutters are just as efficient as the army ants, and as thorough too. They strip vegetation in the same way as locusts do, but for an unexpected purpose. Leafcutter ants are a serious pest of orange and lemon groves in South America. They cripple the trees by removing their foliage, which reduces the crop. When Trinidadian farmers began planting citrus trees, the ants soon moved in, and their telltale mounds began to appear. Now they're well established. Their trails crisscross the forest floor, each worker bringing home one more contribution to the communal garden. David Thompson followed a trail back to the harvesting site, a shrub 45 meters from the nest. The ants work patiently to cut out a D-shaped bite from the leaf. Their jaws are curved, rather like a tailor's shears, making them perfectly adapted for this specialized activity. They're very methodical. A working party attacks one leaf at a time, cutting it up and carrying it away until it's all gone, before moving on to another on the same spray. Each piece is carefully maneuvered into the carrying position before it's taken to the ground. The size of the pieces of leaf seems to be fairly constant, about the span of an ant's legs. sometimes they're more ambitious. The leafcutters set off at once for the nest when they've completed their cut. On many of the homeward-bound leaves, there are passengers. Some leafcutter ants are minute. They travel out with the harvesters and then ride back on the cut leaves. Why they do it is simply not known. Recent research into these diminutive hitchhikers suggests that they're necessary to ward off parasitic flies that would otherwise attack the leaf carriers. Whatever their function, no harvesting party sets off without them. Beside the trail, there are always some soldiers guarding the workers as they pass to and fro. Generations have beaten down the leaf litter on this miniature highway. The entrance to the nest is a mere crack in the ground. A cat-eyed night snake rests above the ants as they trudge back and forth with their burdens throughout the night. It's not only leaves that they collect. Once they've started work on a shrub or the branch of a tree, they strip it completely of flowers and seeds and even the leaf stems. Ecologists refer to the energy flow of a forest, meaning the way in which fallen leaves rot into the ground and eventually get used again by other plants. The ants play their part in this process. The leaves and flowers do more than just rot underground. They form a compost on which the ants grow their food, a special kind of fungus. When the leaves are first brought in, the workers lick them. Their saliva speeds up the process of decay. On this carefully prepared bed, the pale threads of the fungus grow. The tiny workers, whose function in the harvest is so mysterious, have a definite job here. They weed the beds by eating the spores of any unwanted fungi that get brought in by accident. In the kitchen garden live the larvae, surrounded by their food and tended by other worker ants. The whole colony is the offspring of one enormous queen who lives deep inside the mound, tended by her workers and guarded by soldiers. She looks markedly different to an army ant queen.